Welcome to a special edition 3C, class 3C, that is of the Build the Rink project. What is Build the Rink? Who am I? Oh, that's a good divine sign. Perhaps not. Perhaps it's a collapse and a rebirth. Perhaps it's something else, which will remain a mystery until the end of times when the new times begin again. Anyhow, dragonisms, digressions aside, what is Build the Rink? Grab yourself a cup of coffee. If you haven't washed your face, please do so with very cold water. If you're sensitive to cold water, as a independent researcher would tell you, of course, that first and foremost, I'm not liable for any damage psychologically, physically, mentally, or spiritually, or financially that you might incur by listening or by doing anything that yours truly, Adrian h.a.dragan, tells you. That being said, perhaps just a little bit of lukewarm water will suffice. So please do so if you haven't done it today while you're listening to this. And also shake your head a little bit from the left to the right, just slightly, so that you will be able to hear better what I'm about to tell you. Wake up! A cup of coffee would help, but if your doctor recommends that you do not drink coffee, abstain from drinking coffee. Myself am a very moderate, balanced, seek harmony in all things related to mind, body, and spirit. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, gentlemanly ladies, my LGBTQ family, what the Build the Rink is all about. Mind, body, spirit, wellness, healing, and regeneration. Cup of coffee. Coffee is a blessing for me. Cup of coffee or water or whatever you're having, have something. We will go on a little exercise, learning together and discovering Build the Rink. Build the Rink was the idea, the conception came into my mind, heart, and body and spirit when, unfortunately, Donald J. Trump, the President of the United States of America, decided to implement tariffs on Canadian steel and aluminum and other projects and proposals, and of course the proposal and project to build a wall on the United States-Mexican border. As a North American world citizen, LGBTQ world citizen, universal spiritual teacher, and multidisciplinary international artist, this greatly alarmed me and upset me. And the tariffs and the wall together, the tariffs on Canadian steel and aluminum, were of course counterproductive to trade, to the economy, to strong political ties, as we Canadians and myself have to mention that was an American twice in a past life. And before continue a little dragonism, that is a digression, that I'm asking officially for the third time to be a citizen, an honorary citizen of the United States, since I've been so in the past life, and am thus asking for citizenship, official honorary citizenship, effective immediately, ASAP. That stated, brothers and sisters, world peace, international security, and global prosperity is my vision, my mission, and my philosophy. Build a rink, as I said, began when Donald Trump initiated the tariffs on Canadian aluminum and steel. Thus, have launched the Build the Rink project, and I'm thus asking that Canadians make a special prize for Donald Trump to finance a rink made out of mostly out of Canadian aluminum and steel on the Canadian-US border. A rink, a big rink, 3 times the size of the Roman Colosseum, surrounded by complexes, residential complex, where we will inaugurate together in a public-private partnership for North American security, peace and prosperity and togetherness, and for world peace through sports events and recreational events and artistic events, because the Build the Rink is actually an international a North American sports, recreational, and wellness complex. North American sports, recreational, and wellness complex. I'm going to repeat. It's an integrated North American sports, recreational, and wellness complex where sports are to be taken place, where art is to be taken place, and where citizens from across North America and with invitations and quotas and of course many different points which will in the days, weeks, and months ahead will elaborate more on. But the general, now I'm giving you a general vision and idea of the build the rink. So the main purpose is wellness, recreational, through sports, learning, and education activities in the build. Huge rink. And to have quotas of people to go there, to be financed by public and private corporations. I'm calling on the NFL, I'm calling on the NHL, Canadians, Montreal Canadiens, boxers, gymnasts, dancers, strippers, and artists to support the Build the Rink vision, mission, and philosophy. And of course, Donald Trump, instead of the wall, build a rink is a great alternative. It's a great super alternative. We can use force, strength, and power, and nurture and understanding and understanding and understanding in love and brotherhood. Free hugs. So that's a little glimmer sparks of build the rink. Now, in the build the rink, as I said, was initiated because of the tariffs on Canadian steel and aluminum. Thus, I'm calling on Donald Trump to finance and the rink to be made out of Canadian aluminum and steel. The vision, the first event to be a sports event, it's me, Adrian h.a.dragan versus Donald J. Trump in a boxing match. That's the inauguration event. That is Dragon versus Trump. Dragon versus Trump is to be the first event, sports event, held to inaugurate this mega complex Colosseum, North American Colosseum, North American International Integrated Recreational Wellness and Sports Colosseum Complex. It's the full official title is a long one but short. It could be the Dragon Trump Colosseum or in the streets. So thus, I'm calling for people from coast to coast in Canada, North America, and the United States and Mexico to scream in the streets, build a rink, build a rink, build a rink. Have also, of course, written a song that I want Kanye West, that is the rapper known as Kanye West, who actually did my favorite all-time music video of all time a few years back. And I'm calling on him to sing the chorus, build the rink, and to persuade Donald Trump that the wall is not the way to go, and that we need this Coliseum, this sports complex where citizens from Canada, United States, and Mexico, and open invitations from the world, Israel, for example, sports figures and actors and artists from Israel, the European Union, and the world at large who wills to make peace with us and our allies from North America. An alliance represents an alliance, North America, this complex, this sports complex, is socio-economic, financial, political alliance, the pillar through sports and arts, dancing and arts and music and culture and poetry, and of course many other artistic and creative endeavors. That is another point. And of course, after this first rink is built on the Canadian-US border, then we'll have another one on the Mexican and United States border, and another one in joint, maybe in Rome even, for to have an integrated, or in even Jerusalem can build it for world peace, international security, and global prosperity. So this sports complex was initiated, the idea build the rink, because of the tariffs on Canadian steel and aluminum. Thus wanted majority of the building structure to be made out of Canadian aluminum and steel. To offer a good deal, I'm calling on politicians, have written them a letter, but they were not so fast to respond. Wanted to be a non-partisan, a joint citizen, political and private and public partnership. And I'm calling on institutions, corporations such as SNC Lavalin here in Canada, which will write a letter to ask them another aluminum and producing corporations such as Steelco and others in Canada. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now my drawing skills are not where they should be, but we'll practice a little bit and we'll give you a little bit of vision, mission, and philosophy of the build the rink. What is the build the rink? This is a special to eat because food security is an important part of build the rink. Food security and wellness and healing and recreation and learning and education is a major part of the build the rink, the North American International Integrated Sports Recreational and Wellness Complex, public-private partnership. Yours truly. Ta-da! All right. So the Colosseum, let's say this is the United States Canadian border, is there, right? So this is Canada and this is USA. The north here, well, it looks, it's not actually the north that way, but let's say north and south, Canada, United States. Here is to be the half of the rink and half. So half on the Canadian side of the border and half on the American side of the border. Now we can see a bit better. Right. So that's the US and Canada. Important point. So this is the North American International Integrated Sports, Wellness, and Recreational Colosseum Complex, also known as the Dragon Trump Colosseum, aka the Dragon Trump Colosseum. The North American International Integrated Sports Wellness Recreational Complex, aka also known as Dragon Trump Colosseum. Around on each side, vision to be 5 mega complexes, residential complexes. So this 5 on each side to hold about. So what is this? This is A, 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 A. A is, I have to be moving a little bit. So A is a residential complex. A, that's A. So we have 5 on one side and 5 on the other. I envision that these residential complexes to hold a capacity of up to 10,000 people each, a minimum. So I'm going to put equal 10,000 capacity each. Thus, that's minimum capacity. Minimum. Thus, if there's 5 on one side and 5 on the other, that is 5 plus 5 equals 10, right? 10 times 10,000. 10 times 10,000 is 100,000 minimum on each week, and there's a rotation. So people, to qualify, there will be an open right after the Dragan versus Trump, which is me fighting Donald Trump, the inauguration, when the bells ring after the fight, then people will be able to apply. So who gets selected? So residencies. This is, we're gonna put a line here. Residencies by application, with a special selected number by application from North America. So US from North America, that is Canada, US, and Mexico. United States, Canada, and Mexico. By application with special quotas, and so people, the residencies will be one week, 2 weeks, or 3 weeks. 1 week, 2 weeks, or 3 weeks. Right? So the different quotas. For 3 weeks, of course, there will be such terms as they would have to volunteer a minimum amount of time per week. And then 1 week would be different, and 2 weeks would be different. So different, harmonious balance, and to have merit residencies, right? So residency by application open to North America, and our allies of Canada, United States, and Mexico, such as the European Union, Israel, to also have a portion. So percentage for international. A percentage of the residencies, open to international allies. Okay. So now I'm going to divert a bit into different parts of the complex. Ecologically sustainable. So the complex, I'm going to put brief for short. The complex. So this is the complex. 1, ecological, sustainable, and sustainable. For example, want to be hydro and solar power. Hydro, because in Quebec, if it's in the Quebec side of the border with the United States or Ontario, it's going to be hydro powered. Hydro and solar. Solar. Envision to have panels, solar panels, all around the Colosseum, and solar panels all in the residencies. Here, local, I envision to have a spot next for food security, security from local Canadian and US farms, and of course, to a certain degree, Mexico, as long as it's very feasible and it's fair and free trade in Mexico. So food security is important. Food security. And to have a minimum amount, to have also some agriculture for people, like I call eco gardening. Eco gardens. Eco gardens around where people can relax and enjoy nature, right? Around, right? So the Colosseum, the size of the Colosseum, I envision X is the Colosseum size of Rome, in Rome. Size in Rome. That is not Rome in Georgia, the United States Rome, but Rome as in Italy, that was built during the Roman Empire times. The Roman Empire, the Colosseum in Rome, where gladiator games were taking place. So if X equals the size of the Colosseum in Rome and Y equals the Dragon Trump Colosseum, or the complex for short, then I want it to be 3 times the size. So then Y equals 3x, right? So 3x, Y equals 3x. That is the mathematical equation. So I'll have to gonna with engineers together to do it together. That is one. Now, what will there be the offer at the Colosseum? So Colosseum will have diverse sports events. Such as boxing, gymnastics, football, that is American football. Boxing, gymnastics, football. So it'll be easy to change to have, and hockey and running and others. And each sport, each residential complex, building complex, will have pool, will have a training facility, will have a gym, and will have its cafeteria, and will have its educational hours. Because also education of nutrition, healthy living, healthy lifestyle, doctors, and spa. There will be diverse sports events, recreational activities for mind, body, and spirit. So mind, body, and spirit. Or spirit can be, of course, psychological and socialization and what have you. It doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to be there every day and doing meditation sessions with my brothers and sisters, although we can work something out with Bill Gates and Apple, and together in a public-private partnership for me to appear live and to do meditation session with people on a regular basis at the sports complex. And it's something that we can of course develop and work on. So mind, body, and spirit. Mind, body, and spirit, healing, strengthening, and of course regeneration or transformation, if you will. So recreational activities, be spa, going to the spa, dancing. You know I love to dance, you know I love to dance, you know I love to dance. Spa, dancing, massage therapy. Massage therapy. This is an important of somebody, see, at the present moment in time, was just working out yesterday and the day before, and last week was so sore. And it's funny, I was speaking to somebody, I was so sore, and I've mentioned I would love to get a massage but can't afford it financially. I said I can't afford it financially right now to go pay 70 something dollars an hour to feel better. Anyways, person didn't offer to give a massage, but yours truly, Adrian h.a.dragan, am offering that when I'm there, I'm gonna dedicate a few hours of volunteering to massage people and give them personally a massage. So an important, and now we come to another important point, is that strong volunteering ethics of somebody who has volunteered a lot in the past years, and of course and will continue to volunteer in the future. Strong volunteering ethics, philosophy, and ethos. So ethos, philosophy, and ethics of strong volunteering. And we encourage people who, when they're going to be there, to, let's say they're there a week, even so, to take a few hours for, let's say, in just one day, to dedicate 3 or 1 hour or 2 hours, or to do volunteering, or just knock, or they to have a volunteering section where they can, of course, be coordinated to volunteer, help out in whatever capacity they so desire, choose, and will, and are able, or are willing. So I'm calling on the willing. I'll write that down for this, because right now, at the present moment in time, and rather have this bag. See, this is for my training for meeting Trump in a boxing rink, for the inauguration of the rink. It has 1,106 pennies. It's heavy, but pennies are discontinued from the Canadian economy. So, Brady, catch. So, I'm gonna donate that and have a, let's see, still have it. And right now, that's all. Can personally, financially contribute, but can volunteer hours and tens and hundreds of hours of massages and dancing and meditation sessions, and the hundreds of hours can help and will. Oh yes, so this dollar also to finance the RINK. So We got $1 and the pennies are discontinued, but they can be smelted and turned maybe perhaps into a figurine or something, or they can be used for the Colosseum. But this dollar, see, because right now I'm financially stressed, gigs are not paying much, they're not coming that much, and from my YouTube activities, I'm not financially compensated at the present moment in time, but have hugs and more hugs and hugs. And can dance and can write and can sing, can recite poetry and can box as a change of career for me personally. So we got $1, so I'm open anybody for contributions, suggestions. Let's make it happen. Make it happen, make it happen. So, strong volunteering ethics, that is the philosophy, the ethos, strong volunteering ethos. What else do we have? We will have special artistic events such as concerts. I've written the song Build the Rink. So Kanye, I'm looking for your collaboration, cooperation, and participation to open your mouth wide as you can and build the rink. I said no, build no wall. Build no wall. I said build the ring, don't build no wall. I said build the ring, don't build no wall. So, concerts, artistic events, theater, I'm a playwright, also can write play. A script writer, so can do that also, so can help in the creative arena. In the creative arena. And hugs in the physical arena. In the spiritual, we can do meditation. I can do meditation, so I can put lots of hours of work spiritually, creatively with my writing, theater writing. I actually just thought of a theater play. It's actually based on Build the Rink and Dragon versus Trump on a boxing, impersonating me and Donald Trump and a little bit of our age differences, of course, and other such factors such as socioeconomics and the fact, of course, that I'm LGBTQ. Rainbow Nation, baby, Rainbow Nation, baby, Rainbow Nation, baby, and what else, whatever have you. But I'm willing to work together for world peace, international security, and global prosperity. With from Montreal, also known as Hawk Island, to the world. So concerts, theater, artistic events, and there can be, of course, myself as a poet, world's greatest living poet, poetry, and many others. Concerts, theater, poetry, and many others. Now, I'm calling for the financial part, the finances. So I'm calling for Donald Trump. He was asking for 5.7 billion, which a billion is 1,000 million. So 5.7 billion. 5.7 billion. I'm asking for 10% because of spiritual reasons. Have been somebody who encourages and actively does charity. 10% in most monotheistic faiths, at least, and if not spiritually worldwide, it's a universal thing to give 10% to the poor. And since this will be privately funded, people will not pay to go there for a week, 2 or 3. But of course, if it's 2 weeks, if it's more than a week, if it's 2 weeks, if it's 3 weeks, there will be certain considerations, such as they would have to do volunteering, and they would have to be people who are more in need for more health-wise issues and what have you, and social issues. So because Donald Trump was calling for the wall to be financed with 5.7 billion, that is 5,700 million. I'm asking for 10% of that immediately. Transfer to my PayPal account, which has only, I think, 6.66 cents or something like that. Not even $7.70. So 10% is 570 million. So that we start immediately the building of the rink. So 10% of 5.7 billion is 570 million, because 5.7 billion, a billion is 1,000 million. So financially, so 10% of that will build the rink. And then we could work together also with Mexico, with their sports and artistic communities and political and citizens, and Canadians, fellow Canadians and North Americans, and television and media, and together to work together. So the finances, I'm calling for an immediate 10% from the United States, and I'm also calling for Canada to match proportionally. And the tariffs, of course, on steel and Canadian aluminum to be abrogated immediately. So that will finance public, and then for the activity to be ongoing, a public, private finance, public-private finance. Dragon versus Trump, first event. Peace, love, and harmony. Hugs, free hugs, Hawk Island, Adrian, h.a.dragan. Let's work together for healing in brotherhood and sisterhood, and forget hate. Be nonpartisan for our security. Canada, United States, Mexico, North Americanos juntos together ensemble for a world of peace, harmony, and love.